Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market. We've got that current rank of the market at 15. We're definitely towards the upper end of the range, as we have been talking about now for several weeks, and looking at overall S&P 500 price pattern. This is a one-year chart. The S&P 500, we've been working through this big nice rally that we had since October, and now just consolidating those overall gains. And the upper end of that range right here, really across all markets, S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ, all at the upper end of that range. Momentum on S&P, or momentum on the market as a whole, has moved back up into that buy zone, so trending nicely towards the upside. Potential breakout on SPY. We'll look at that chart right here. Breadth is also moving up nicely, and not too extreme. It's the upper end of that buy range, which is nice. Continue to have the overall bulk of that market trend, and that breadth moving higher is what we want to see without being at the extreme range of that. Essentially, where stocks are starting to lose some of that momentum, that's going to happen right here as well, and that is just a part of this movement in the market right here, the S&P, or the sentiment also towards the upper end of that range. The one indicator, though, that is worth noting the most right now is the buy-sell ratio. It has ticked back to, we're back up above 1 right here, so it's not 1.08. Not surprising to see this price pattern looking like this towards the upper end of that range. Once we start to see this moving wide, especially when we have green above red, we're going to start to see the market slow down, and that's what's happening right here. So we've got to get this buy-sell ratio now. It's decidedly bullish again, starting to move this direction. It's still there. It's just hovering around flat line. And again, that's kind of what the market has been doing as well. So working out okay in this case. It's just market just had such a big move so fast that it needs to consolidate some of those gains. Just a quick reminder that when we have buy-sell ratio that is less than 1, we have red above green on this indicator. When we have buy-sell ratio greater than 1, we have green above red. So just a quick visual glance to be able to look and see, are we trending up? Are we trending down? Are we wide? Are we extended in that trend? Or are we early in that trend or consolidating this trend? So now we have this really good solid uptrend that's consolidating. We've got a lot of stocks pulling back. That could create a new opportunity for a new base for the market to move higher. Let's look at a couple of the other indices here. If we look at S&P 500, and this is the SPY, which I primarily utilize in the ETF just for tracking and trading. We might as well just utilize the chart activity for that. The ETF that we would be utilizing, you can see a nice bottoming tail bar right here a couple of days ago, a little pause right here, both little small bearish bars. The black on these charts essentially just means it is a down day, it's a red day if I switch the over to candlesticks. So if you're looking at the charts from this perspective, it just allows us to see that we're still in an uptrend with utilizing the green, but we have a down day inside of that uptrend. So if you see that black bar, that's just a down day within an overall uptrend. It happens, and instead of switching back to the other perspective, you can just understand what that black bar is telling you. S&P, again, this breakout sitting right here at this 478 range, and a lot of resistance right here. Not a lot. It's potentially an all-time high if we can break out, but we get this some resistance right here. It's not going to be uncommon to see this right now. NASDAQ, if we take a look at NASDAQ, that's the leading index. We also have really close to a breakout here, solid bounce off of this 236. And since last week, the sectors haven't moved. Actually, there was one that moved. We had energy that had moved. Energy was down here at a downtrend and a sell trend, and we have currently it's moved back up again here, back up into that hold range. So an attempt at some support here on energy, and we'll see if that can happen. Potential for this bottoming pattern right here, a slightly higher high, and deep enough retracement that we could start to see energy start to run back up here again. We'll look quickly here at oil, the USO, which is the actual ETF to be able to focus on for oil itself, which is here. And it's going to look similar to that price pattern we just looked at, a little bit stronger even. And let's move this back to this perspective here and see getting some support on USO. So this is oil itself. or the ETF that tracks crude oil. So you have this uptrend, counter trend, finding some support right here at this 236. I've mentioned this in other updates that there's just a lot of support right here, just lots of price activity. So it's not going to be surprising to see some kind of activity happening right inside of this buy zone or inside of this support area, this retracement area, that 50% 618 area on USO. Let's take a look at gold, see if it had any more of a move. Yeah, nice pop on gold in that upper momentum zone. If gold breaks out of that 193.20, that 194 range, it could be a quick trip to that next level. Gold itself is around $2,000 an ounce, and you're seeing a lot of discussion on a breakout that could take it to $3,000. So keep an eye on GLD, which is the ETF that tracks gold, and it's one of the ways to be able to participate in a gold move without buying gold itself. You can also look at gold mining stocks. Let's take a quick look at some of the new buys for today. Again, markets are closed today. This would carry over in tomorrow. A couple of stocks right here, pharmaceuticals, and we're seeing a lot of moves in pharmaceuticals and biotech stocks, biodrug, lots of things happening in that world. There always is. They're very volatile, but there are also lots of opportunity there. EYPT, big gap, confirmation move inside of that upper momentum zone, and the other one that I wanted to take a look at here was oil and energy. I'm not seeing too many starting to creep in there yet. You're still seeing some of the tanker stocks, some of the shipping stocks. They're still in that upper range. Their ranks might be down just a little bit, but if you want to scroll down, just anything above 90 is still going to be a good quality setup. You can go through and find some of those stocks that might be of interest. We also have, there's a VIST, which was a nice oil stock, nice bounce, lots of support right here off of the $29 range. You can see just a whole bunch of price activity, and then now starting to get some confirmation back up to that buy side and getting back into that buy zone. That'll do it for today's update. If you don't have full access to the software, you can learn more at the links below in the description, and we look forward to having you. Have a fantastic day today.